guys, hope you're doing well today. I wanted to share with you a fragrance that I've never talked about on the channel before. This is one that I've had in the collection for years. I picked it up early on in my fragrance journey and have yet to feature it. And so I was thinking about it and I thought, let me bring that out and let me just talk about it, share it a little bit. This is Kenneth Black. Now, I got this early on in my fragrance journey. This has been 12, 13 years ago. I was working out of state at the time and just, looking for something to do one Saturday, picked this up at one of the local malls, I believe. And this is a splash bottle. It's actually an aftershave. You can see the splash bottle. It's an aftershave. Now, I typically don't go for splash bottles and I don't go for aftershave. So what possessed me to buy Kenneth Black in an aftershave splash bottle, I have no clue. But nevertheless, I've enjoyed it. And actually what I have done is I've since moved them to some of these little atomizers that I've picked up on Amazon. And I actually use it as a spray and it's worked quite well. But it's not really a black type fragrance, a dark, rich type fragrance that you may think about when you think about the quote unquote black fragrances. This is anything but, really. It's minty, it has citrus up top, has some water mint, I believe it is, other things in the top notes, I think some ginger, a whole host of mid and base notes, cedar, you have incense, you have lotus flower, just a whole range of things. It really runs the gamut, but it certainly is not what the name implies. It's more of a spicy green aromatic, I would say. But nevertheless, despite the name, I really have enjoyed it. I still have a pretty good bit of the bottle left. I don't know how fresh that is. It's 10 or 12 years old. I tend to keep these fragrances sort of in a dark room where I'm filming here, typically with the lights off. Typically, I've tried to take good care of my fragrances, so I think it can probably still be used. Every once in a while, I will squirt it, and it's a nice change of pace. But there you go, Kenneth Black. I just looked this up on Fragrantica and also on FragranceNet. It still can be had. Now, it's a fragrance from the early 2000s, 2003, if I'm not mistaken. And so it's been around. I wouldn't call it a classic, but it's been around the block a few times at this point. So I think it's one that, if you're looking for something a little different and, one that is not really talked about, it's certainly not on the hype machine on these YouTube fragrance channels anymore. If it ever was, I don't know. But it's one that I think you may enjoy. Price-wise, I saw it anywhere from $40 to $50 depending on the size bottle. Okay, so and that would probably be an EDT, I would guess. So if I were to buy it again, certainly would go with the EDT. I don't think they offer an EDP, but would not go for the splash. But the bottle did look the same. So despite being an EDT, the bottle did look very similar to this being an aftershave splash. So very similar in bottle style. I like it. It's handsome. I was reading some of the comments on FragranceNet a few minutes ago. Some people really enjoyed it. Some people thought that their significant other found it to be an attractive fragrance. Others found it a little bit generic, a little bit boring. But you can make up your own mind. They have samples, I think, smaller bottles. As I'm looking through that, I can see the light coming through. Yeah, I still have about 2/3 of that bottle left. So I need to get on that, really, because it is sort of getting to that point of needing to be used up or just basically tossed. Good fragrance, though. Very solid, very green, aromatic, spicy. I think you'll enjoy it. Give it a shot. Again, Kenneth Black.